As I'm sure everybody is aware by now, last Friday, Judge Juan Merchan not only decided that he was not going to dismiss the criminal charges against Donald Trump, but he set a sentencing date for this coming Friday, January 10th. And on Saturday, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and had a meltdown. And on Sunday, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and had a meltdown. And on Monday, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and had a meltdown. I will read you some of the things he posted in a minute. But the funny thing to me is not just the multi-day meltdown. The funniest thing is that he didn't do it on Friday, right? Like when the decision came down, the judge was like, you're coming here next Friday for your sentencing. Nothing, right? The rest of the day, cool, calm, and collected Trump, right? And then Saturday kicks in like, I'm pissed off, I'm furious. Let me tell the world how upset I am about something that is really not going to have any impact on his life whatsoever. None. I mean, Judge Merchan even kind of admitted like, yeah, you're not going to jail. It's not even going to be a harsh punishment. So Merchan already knows what he's going to do. And honestly, it's probably going to be a fine. Maybe probation. But again, like none of those are really going to impact Donald Trump's life. Nevertheless, he melted down for 3 straight days, possibly even going into today. That remains to be seen. But here is a selection of some of the unhinged posting from the president-elect. DA Alvin Bragg never wanted to bring this lawless case against me. He was furious at the way it was handled and especially angry at Mark Pomerantz for his behavior and what he did. Ultimately, the Biden-Harris DOJ forced Bragg to concoct anything to embarrass Trump. The only part of that is slightly true is that Alvin Bragg did not want to bring this case. Alvin Bragg was not upset with Mark Pomerantz. Pomerantz was upset with Alvin Bragg. Pomerantz wanted Bragg to go after the more severe fraud, the same one that Attorney General Letitia James sued him for in civil court. Pomerantz said we should have gone after him criminally for that. That was the disagreement there, and Pomerantz was mad at Bragg for dropping that case when, before Bragg left, they had already written up the indictments. They were ready to indict him, and Bragg killed it. That's what pissed Pomerantz off, not the other way around. Also, Biden-Harris DOJ went to New York. No, they didn't. Like, that is a complete and total fabrication from a friggin' psychopath. That's what that is. But he continues. But it was even more so what the corrupt and totally conflicted political hack judge did and is doing on this sham trial. Whew, boy! You would think at almost 80 years old you would know how to at least, string a sentence together, but my God, I struggled to get through that. I even have still an unconstitutional gag order where I am not allowed to speak about the judge's highly disqualifying conflicts of interest. Virtually every legal scholar and pundit says there is no zero case against me. Technically, that's a double negative. So when you say there's no zero case, that means there is a case against you. Again, almost 80, learn how to speak. You should know that. Like, that is a skill at your age you should have, barring any kind of mental deficiencies. So, maybe work on that since you're going to be president of the United States for the next 4 years, and it's important to have somebody that can complete a sentence. Also, the unconstitutional gag order. The U.S. Supreme Court said the gag order stays. It is literally constitutional, according to the conservative majority U.S. Supreme Court. Not to mention, you're allowed to talk about the judge all you want. You just can't go after his family, which is actually what you're doing. You're going after the judge. You're doing the thing that you say you can't do. Anyway, he continued again. The judge fabricated the facts and the law no different than the other New York judicial and prosecutorial witch hunts. That's why businesses are fleeing New York, taking with them millions of jobs and billions of dollars in taxes. The legal system is broken and businesses can't take a chance in getting caught up in this quicksand. It's all rigged, in this case against a political opponent, me. For the millionth time, New business permit applications in the state of New York, including New York City, obviously, have soared over the last couple years. Businesses are flocking to New York. They're not leaving New York. That, again, is just another fabrication from a total and complete lunatic. Trump is unhinged, right? That much is clear. Whether there are deep-seated, psychological and neurological issues, we don't know that because we can't obviously get a clear diagnosis, and Donald Trump's not going to go to a real doctor to be able to get diagnosed with these issues. But me, personally, there's something wrong with this man. Again, he is not going to face any real, true consequences with this criminal sentencing. It ain't going to happen. The judges told us it ain't going to happen. So if you're sitting there thinking Trump's going to go to jail for the next 4 years while he's supposed to be president, not happening. We would love for it to. I mean, legally speaking, it's probably what should happen for somebody with 34 felony convictions, but it's not going to happen. And Trump knows it's not going to happen. He knows this will not impact his life. He could have literally just said nothing and just been like, whatever, dude, see you Friday. Fine. What are you going to do? I'm about to be president of the United States. You've already said you're not sending me to jail. I don't care. Maybe every now and then if Donald Trump had a nonchalant attitude about things, maybe he wouldn't be so universally despised to the point where he's never gotten a 50% approval rating, right? But no, he whines and rants and cries like a toddler every single time he doesn't get his way, which is very frequently. And this is what we're left with. This is the incoming president of the United States. A man that cannot stand to be told no. A man that cannot stand to be held accountable for his own actions. That's what this whole thing's about anyway. Accountability for what you did. But even that is a bridge too far for a guy like Donald Trump. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @Farron Balanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @Farron Balanced across every social media platform that, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.